Well, in Australia, he's made out to be, a beer can. He's made out to be sort of beer spray. He was at the beginning of our opening ceremony in the Olympics. He's a kind of, in the right wing use him as a kind of icon. Like, he's been kind of stolen by everyone as something that is Australia. And I was kind of really curious about why we kind of place a certain sense of who we are on him, and he was a kid, when he died. And there was something about not attacking that, but really poking at the mythology of him that I thought could be really, really interesting.
Well, this kind of version of him, I think, was kind of echoing what Justin was saying. It was really, I mean, I was such an admirer of Justin's work beforehand when the audition came through, and my dad's Australian as well, and there was lots of kind of family ties connected to a kind of a want to sort of suss out myself via stuff that I found out about my dad, just all kind of around that time. So when it all kind of came together, the opportunity of auditioning for the story and playing this part was amazing. But then it was, auditioning for Justin in the room and talking about the possibility of the character and reading Peter Carey's book that changed it, because it was sort of, I was just kind of seeing all the surface level things of this icon of Australia, but actually who the spirit of this man was, and also the kind of that idea of truth throughout, where all kinds of systems, it's sort of like if they're not what they say that they are, like simply the law. If the law is not lawful, then what's without getting too sort of heady, what's truth? And this idea of you writing your own truth, and the only thing that's true is what you stand by, and you can stand by anything. And the possibility of that in terms of playing a real person, who, of course, I say real, it was a real man, but it suddenly released this thing of is his hair parted this way? When did the stringy bark happen? Is that how big's the beard? All that kind of stuff of just going, we can just take the idea and the spirit of this person and just sort of blowing that open. And what Justin wanted to do with the character, I was just sort of happy to run with.
Quite a lovely and bold architecture to the film. So the first, not to give too much away, but the first third of the film studies Ned as a younger man, and I play one of two men in his life that had a very, very big impact, and could arguably sort of set the trajectory that he goes on. It's a kind of a small but really, really, really fun role, and the opportunity to come and work with Justin was the real engine behind it for me, because I've been an enormous fan, as George had, of Justin's work, and actively, he was literally the top of the list of directors that I wanted to work with. So it's just it's a no-brainer for me, And I thought there was an opportunity to do something very interesting and maybe against the obvious choice that you could make with a character like O'Neill.
I play Ellen Kelly, Ned's mum, and she's a survivor. She's incredibly powerful woman who endures the hardship of both the land and the weakness of her own husband, and really raises her children to learn how to survive, and does what she has to do to survive, including sexual favours for people who are predators, and not with any love, but I love that the lovely relationship that Charlie brought to his constable was this kind of longing to be with Ellen, this beautiful kind of real love of her, just like, I'd bite your dick off if I could do it. But she's this lioness who loves her children fiercely, but will also sell them.